Hi, I'm Othais, and this is effectively a commercial, one that was done in celebration of our 100th episode of the Primer History series, and so we must acknowledge it in the most American fashion possible with merchandise, and that means that t-shirt were declared. Now what you're seeing is the official War Were Declared t-shirt. This is a design of my own make, as are almost all the ones you're going to see for the rest of the evening. They're all going to be provided to you through Indiegogo, should you choose. So let's take a closer look. We've got War Were Declared in a beautiful cloud of, well, this looks a bit like black smoke, but forgive me that, because it's coming out of the FN 1910 pistol, which many of you may recognize as being the spark that lit the world on fire. Yes, share your love of obscure history. Now, in addition to that, we have another C&Rsenal primer-themed shirt, the brightest, boldest shirt we've done. This is the patented plastic pokey hand official shirt, and this one was actually designed by a fan and slightly modified by myself in order to get it onto this blazing orange. Now this is done not only because I love bright colors and C&Rsenal orange is one of my favorites, but also because I don't want any of you, my beloved supporters, to be shot in confusion for being a deer. Deer hate wearing orange. They only wear like brown and beige and a little white. So don't get confused for a deer. Now, let me put this guy aside and tell you that I have a very, very happy announcement. I put a lot of work in on this one as a love note to my friend, Mark, because this is the first Anvil merchandise available. This is an Anvil t-shirt. So for those of you who enjoy our in-house gunsmith, you can support Mark directly with this and the next design. They will both be going directly to Mark for him to fund Anvil. It has Anvil Gunsmithing. I'm backwards in my monitor. It's Anvil Gunsmithing with the do the maintenance motto and a lovely little pun around the cylinder. Like I said, this and this shirt right here are both going to Mark. This is, of course, the fictitious but still memorable Small Arms Humane Society. Small Arms, Big Legacy. I wish I could afford the license for the music to play over this to tug at your heartstrings while you please consider the GATs. You all are custodians of history when you are the owners of pieces of history. Take that very seriously and take it to heart with this t-shirt and share it with your friends with this t-shirt. Again, also supporting Anvil directly. Now, in addition to all those, that's 4. That's a pretty good round number, so I had to ruin it. In a caffeine-fueled late-night Photoshop binge, I decided to remember my childhood with the Super Dude 11. Everybody's favorite. I keep being backwards on my monitor, guys. I'm terrible at this. Everybody's favorite peripheral for the Heka Exodus game system. Now, of course, this was notable for its caseless ammunition and Hyper Dude switch. All of you should remember this from your childhood, and if you don't think about it too much. All right, so if you want any or all of these shirts, please check out Indiegogo. For most sizes, they're going to be $20. There's a slight bump up for you super big boys. At first, we couldn't even handle that request, but there's enough of you out there now that we can at least create a tier for that. I'm sorry, it's just a cost we have to pass along. The whole reason for Indiegogo, by the way, is that we are not large enough to carry inventory like we would like to. We can't guess what you guys want out there well enough, and it can make a real mess for us. So we really ask our fans to pre-fund the whole project by coming by Indiegogo for this month and putting in their orders. And then at the end of the month, we will be given the funds, and then we will produce the shirts and ship them out to you. For those of you who went through international shipping last time around, you may notice there was a big hiccup there. That has been resolved, and everyone who has ever said that they missed out on their merchandise has absolutely gotten it. We have never let a single email go unresponded to. We guarantee that these will arrive. We take that very seriously because we understand that the reason you're doing this is to support us, and we would never want to forget about the people who have supported us. So, order with confidence, order whatever you like. And if you'd like to order doubles for the international guys, I've tried to give you a lot of options there so that you could go in with a friend and save on shipping. And then support the show. Sit back, relax, wait for your package to show up. And then once it's there, go and delight and or confuse your friends and possibly get into drawn out conversations over explaining the point until they roll their eyes at you. That is personally my favorite hobby. Alright guys, with the advertising aside, I want to say something very seriously. I did not expect to reach this point. I didn't know what I was doing when I started C&Rsenal, but I just wanted to do something different. I had lost much of my family, and I had no real clear vision for what I wanted to do deep down in my heart. And so where we are now with 100 episodes, I need to say that as much as I've sweated to sort of assemble the knowledge, I've really just been a conduit. And so at this point, I want to make sure that everyone's very aware that we rely on other researchers. We rely on gun donors, on financial donors. We rely on all of our viewers, all the word of mouth. We rely on all of you to help us do our best possible job. And then we put in the sweat, and then we put in our effort. And so from May and I both, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you all, not just for watching, not just for paying in, but for actually contributing and supporting. I have a lot of curators. I have a lot of gun donors. I have a lot of accessory donors, advice givers. I have a lot of people that I need to thank. And it's an almost unending list that has proven to me the nature of what other people are in this community. And so I'm glad to share it with you. I'm glad that by your own sort of views and attention, you've elected myself and May to a position of being able to represent some faction of the community. But mostly it's something that we all share together, and I'm glad we do. With that all said, I need to put together a better representation of a sort of history of C&Rsenal, a sort of a Q&A session of some sort. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I did do a podcast interview a little while ago for Milsurp World, and there's some early stories in there and some other sort of jovial discussion that you guys could enjoy. So I've also added that as a link in the description. Again, thank you all for the support. I am very humbled by it, and I appreciate it every day.